Life doesn't care about your feelings, and it doesn't wait for you to feel ready. The truth is, motivation isn't the magical force you've been waiting for. It's fleeting, unreliable, and often absent when you need it most. If you're sitting and waiting to feel inspired, you're setting yourself up to stay exactly where you are. Every day that you sit in this state of complacency, you're reinforcing a narrative that says, it's okay to waste your potential. You're stuck because you're clinging to the comfort of waiting for a spark that might never come. Deep down, you know that's not who you want to be. Here's the harsh truth. Nobody is coming to save you. The world doesn't owe you clarity, inspiration, or even a fair shot. Progress doesn't care if you're tired, bored, or uninspired. It rewards action, plain and simple. The people who move ahead, who achieve, who rise out of their own despair, aren't special. They're not inherently more talented or driven than you. They just decided over and over again to do the thing they needed to do anyway, to face the resistance head on. And guess what? It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about getting up when you don't want to, trying when it feels pointless, and refusing to let your emotions dictate your actions. Because every time you do, every time you push through, you're proving to yourself that you're not the kind of person who lets life happen to them. You're the kind of person who takes charge of their own life and demands more. Let me put it this way. Your current state, this stuck, hopeless, unmotivated existence, is a trap. It's a comfort zone disguised as despair. Your mind will trick you into thinking it's too hard to start, too much effort to try. But that's the same mind that's afraid of change, afraid of the pain of failing, and most importantly, afraid of what you might actually accomplish if you stopped listening to its excuses. Hard things don't just build results, they build you. Every single time you face a challenge and push through, you're rewiring your brain, proving to yourself that you can endure, that you can grow, and that you're not a slave to your feelings or circumstances. Progress comes when you realize that discipline, not motivation, is your weapon. Discipline is showing up even when you don't want to. It's the essence of transformation. Ask yourself this: what's the alternative? To stay stuck? To let another week, month, year slip by while you continue to stay in your comfort zone, waiting for some magical moment for it to feel easy? It will never feel easy. That's the point. The hard things are where life happens. That's where the growth, the strength, the clarity you're craving for will come from. Sitting around, feeling sorry for yourself, waiting for something to click, is a slow erosion of your potential. You've been letting your feelings and inertia win for too long, and every day that you do, you're reinforcing a habit of avoidance. Break the cycle. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. This isn't about me convincing you anymore. It's about you confronting yourself and realizing the truth that no one else will tell you. You've been feeding yourself a diet of justifications, telling yourself that you're stuck, that it's too hard, that maybe you'll try again tomorrow. But that's not you talking. It's fear. Fear loves to dress itself up as logic, convincing you that it's reasonable to wait until you're more ready, more prepared, more motivated. Let me strip that illusion down for you. You're as ready as you're ever going to be, and every second you wait is another second you are wasting, the time that you'll never get back. Growth is painful. It's messy. It's the moments when you're drenched in sweat, your mind screaming at you to stop, but you keep going anyway. It's the nights when you're dead tired, staring at projects or hobbies you've started, and you force yourself to give it one more try. That's what builds greatness. Not the fleeting high of motivation, but the relentless grind of doing the work when every fiber of your being wants to quit. Right now, the version of you that's sitting in doubt, thinking about all the times you've failed, is the same version of you that's standing in your way. And that version, it's weak, it's scared. But here's the good news. You don't have to listen to it. That voice in your head telling you what's the point, or I'm too tired, or it won't make a difference. That's not you. That's a conditioned response, a whisper of every setback you've ever had trying to protect you from discomfort. But you can choose to overcome it. You can choose to drown that voice out with action, with movement, with effort. And when you do, you're not just proving it wrong, you're killing it, starving it. Until one day it's nothing more than a faint memory of who you used to be. You want to make progress? Stop waiting for the stars to align and just do the damn thing. You've been overthinking it too much. Progress isn't about finding the perfect path, it's about walking anyone, and figuring it out as you go. You'll stumble, you'll screw up, but that's the price of growth. That's the cost of building a life worth living. Nobody's coming to make it easier for you, and no amount of looking for information, planning, or waiting is going to substitute for action. You don't need another piece of advice or another strategy. You just need to stop thinking and start doing, right now. Not later, not tomorrow. Right now. The real test isn't today, it's tomorrow. And the day after that, when the initial surge fades and the grind feels monotonous again. That's when most people fold. That's when the excuses start whispering in your ear, telling you it's okay to ease up, to take a break, to wait for motivation again. But you're not most people. You're here to break through that wall, not bounce off it. Progress is not about perfection, it's about consistency. You don't have to do everything right, and you don't have to do it all at once. All that matters is that you show up messy, show up tired, show up unsure of yourself, just show up. Because the truth is, the days you don't feel like it are the days that define you. Anyone can work hard when they're inspired or excited. But what separates the people who achieve their goals from the ones who quit is the willingness to still put in the work, even when it feels like there's no immediate payoff. That's where strength is built. That's where greatness is forged. Stop focusing so much on results. Stop obsessing over whether what you're doing is working fast enough. That kind of thinking will kill your momentum. Progress isn't something you always notice in the moment. It's something you look back on and realize you've been building all along. Right now, it might feel like you're just grinding away in the dark, but every single rep during your exercise, every single action you put towards your projects, every single decision to push forward is adding up. Each action, no matter how small, is laying the foundation for something solid and unshakable. You've been underestimating yourself. You've been carrying this belief that you're not strong enough, disciplined enough, or good enough to create the life you want. That's a lie you've internalized from setbacks, failures, and the expectations of people who didn't see your potential. But let me tell you this, your capacity for growth and change is limitless. You don't even know how much you're capable of yet, because you've never fully committed to finding out. You've been playing it safe, dipping your toes in water, when what you should be doing is going all in, fully committed, no turning back. You need grit. The real, raw kind of grit that keeps you moving forward even when it feels like you're dragging yourself through broken glass. Grit is built by doing hard things repeatedly, not because they feel good, but because they're necessary. It's the ability to endure discomfort and uncertainty without letting it break you. And the only way to develop it is to face the hard stuff head on, over and over again, until it becomes part of who you are. So how much longer are you going to let that voice win? How much longer are you willing to sacrifice to the lie that you're not capable, that you're too stuck, too tired, too unmotivated? Do you realize how fast life moves? You don't have time to waste being afraid of hard work. The version of you that exists 5 years from now is being built right now. That version will either thank you for the effort you made today or resent you for the time you lost. You're either digging yourself out of this hole one step at a time, or you're digging it deeper by doing nothing. And if you think the effort is hard now, imagine the regret 5 years down the line when you're still in this same place because you chose comfort over courage. Stop overthinking. Take one action, doesn't matter how small, and do it without hesitation. Go do one push-up, one pull-up, or 2 body squats. Open your notebook and draw one thing, anything. Write a single sentence that has been on your mind in your journal. Just one. And then do one more. Whatever it is that you normally do, just do it. Don't think about progress or results or whether it's enough. Just do it. Progress doesn't come from motivation. It comes from momentum. from forcing yourself to move even when you feel like you can't. Become the kind of person who doesn't need motivation because you've built a habit of action. Now you have two choices. You can sit here and feel sorry for yourself, let the weight of life crush you, and convince yourself that staying stuck is easier than the pain of trying. Or you can get up right now and take the first step, knowing that it's going to be uncomfortable, that it's going to suck, but that it's the only way forward. Choose, and then act, because the only thing that's going to change your life is you. Don't let your future self down. Good luck, my friend. I believe in you.